Hey guys, what is going on? It's Kyle here, and today we have a game in front of us called The Forest. And for this episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how to survive your first night in Forest. The Forest, actually. It's not just Forest, it's the Forest. The Forest of Doom, Death, Despair, and Cannibals. So first thing, plane crashes. Oh no. You scream, your son wakes up, you fall down, the front of the plane rips off, but you're okay. And everybody else, they're ghost passengers. You can't actually see them, but they exist. And then when you hit the ground and you somehow go through a shit ton of trees really fast, which would probably normally shred the plane, but for some reason it doesn't. And there you go. Step one is done. Surviving a plane crash like Superman would. Alright, and then you wake up and creepy dude who needs some better pants on standing over your son, who's a little bit bloody. And then he runs off with them, but it's okay, because I don't even know if that matters. I don't even know if that's involved in the story. That just might be to, like, set home how creepy it is. Because he's probably dead. They probably ate him. I don't know. I don't know if they're actually cannibals. I'm pretty sure they are, because you'll see. I don't want to spoil the entire game. So, you'll find an axe in this chick's chest. She's very kind. She decided to lend her body as an axe holder for you. There's some resources, things you'll find in the plane, which you need to immediately eat and grab. Just grab everything you can and do it as fast as you can too. Preferably in a sort of panic state, running in circles just to make the game seem more realistic for you. So just run around, grab stuff, get scared about the foot that's sticking out of the doorway because, oh my god, it's scary and you can't cut it off even though you kind of want to. And I think we got everything. Did we get everything? Yeah, we got everything. Alright, so then we're going to head out here, and you'll find stuff around here, and if you're ballsy and you want to stick around, you can bash suitcases open. Actually, I don't think we can bash that one open, but you can bash suitcases like this one open. There we go. And you can find stuff in here that might be useful for your survival, but there's one problem. It's the mutant cannibal thingamajiggers seem to be drawn towards the plane crash, because every time I've spawned here, lots of them show up pretty quick. So my suggestion would be to get out of there immediately as soon as possible. Kill lizards if you see them because they're good food. But you don't want to encounter these mutant dudes because they're pretty mean. So I usually get out of here as soon as I can. And I start gathering sticks and rocks as I run towards wherever I'm running towards. Before I pick a location for my camp, what you'll need to do before long, you need to look around and make sure there's no mutant villages, cannibal villages, whatever they are. Both scary. You don't want to have your campsite right next to them because they are pretty scary, and they'll try to eat you and they'll knock you out and they'll drag you to their evil cave, and it's pretty scary. So I can't carry any more raw fish. That was raw fish? I have raw fish? I don't know. It wouldn't let me pick up raw fish apparently, but we have some stuff. You can see we got some booze, some rocks, some sticks, an axe. It'll all be useful. So we're going to keep heading this way. And this looks like a decent spot for a village down in here, but if you come up here, look at this. Mutant village right away. Oh, you can see him in there too. So we don't want to go that way because we don't... Oh god. Oh god. I'm hearing creepy sounds. That's not good. So, if you hear creepy sounds, I usually run the other way because these guys are pretty tough to kill. I mean, not so much if it's just one of them, but if it's multiple of them, it gets pretty difficult to kill them all. So, try to avoid them. And they sometimes just, like, follow you. They don't actually attack you. So, I don't know if they, like, remember where you go and come back with their buddies. But I've had problems where I've gone to sleep, I've woken up, and they've been standing right outside my doorway waiting to destroy me. So I usually actually like to build in an open area because it's a lot easier to tell if there's camps nearby you, because sometimes you'll get your campsite all set up and you'll be all ready, and then next thing you know, you'll look over and there'll be a mutant right there and you'll be like, God damn it, I messed up, didn't I? And yes, you did. But it's okay because everybody does. So we're going to keep going down this hill. We need rocks, we need sticks to build our first shelter, which is required to save the game and to sleep. And it's pretty important, that and fire for cooking food, because as you can see in the bottom right here, we have a little bar, and it has our stamina on the right. When we sprint, that goes down. It has our health on the left, which obviously if we get damaged, that goes down. And stomach in the middle which if it'll go down like if we don't eat enough. And there's a thermometer there too, because you can't get cold. There's also other things that can happen to you, like if you get covered in blood, you want to wash it off because you're more prone to infection if you're covered in blood. So you can go in the water. One thing is the water is really like buggy right now, as you can see. So I'm like swimming in the air, pretty much it looks like. But I think we're gonna build our camp right around here because it's really open. I feel safe next to the water. I don't know why, I just do. I feel more safe in the open than I do in the forest. So this is a good spot to start our camp. So if you press B, you'll open up your basic survival book. So we can come over here. The basics of survival, step 1. We can build ourselves a hunting shelter, which is what we want to build. We'll get it laid out nice and pretty because we're not going to be able to change it. And then we'll start adding all those sticks and rocks we gathered. And so we need to get a little bit more sticks and some logs, and then it should be finished. So we'll come over here. We'll chop this down, get us some sticks. You should be able to find them just on the ground too, but I kind of just like chopping these things down for them. It's a little bit easier because you get a couple sticks from them. So I'll show you how to chop down a tree in a second here. So we'll come over here. We need 8 logs, I believe it is. So you just keep swinging at the tree. You may think nothing's happening because sometimes it's a little bit weird. It's kind of buggy right now. Like I'll be like chopping up here and it'll appear down there. But I usually like to run around the tree in a circle. It seems to help. And just keep chopping. And then you'll know once it falls because it kind of makes a weird sound. And then it begins to fall. And you probably don't want it to fall on top of you. I've never seen what happens. But it's probably not a good thing because it is a tree. So you can pick up 2 logs at a time. No more, no less. Well, yes, less. If you really wanted to be like special that way, you could only pick up 1. And we'll need to chop down 2 of these trees because we need 8 logs to completely build our shelter all the way up. Where'd that other log go? Sometimes you might lose logs and stuff like that because of ooh, food. Food. Oh God. Don't eat things off the ground, okay? But sometimes you'll lose logs because of the physics system in the game. They just seem to fly all over the place when they fall down. So it's okay. Don't cry too hard. It makes it more of a pain in the ass to get your shelter built, but you have plenty of time. As long as you don't mess around like I did the first time and I got killed by mutants and then it was like nighttime by the time I got out there to finally build my shelter. It's already getting pretty late. Shelters also, they set the time to day. Oh, here comes this one. So they save your game and they set the time to day. So they're decently important. They leave a map marker where you are. See, look at that log. See how they fly all funky like that? Alright, let's build this up. Alright, so now that you got your shelter all built, you have a nice, safe home to live in. You can drop logs by pressing G. You pick things up by pressing E, and you can drop them by pressing G if they're in your hand. So, here you go. You have your shelter. You can press Z, and you'll sleep. But before you do that, you probably want to get a fire up. So you can build a basic fire, put it wherever you want. Press E to place it, and then you can put all your stuff on it. There you go. Basic fire. You can light it. And we have a pretty fire. We can cook things on it. We can add leaves to it if we want it to do special flames. We can do flame dances. Hooga, hooga, hooga. Oh, God. And don't do that. Don't jump into the fire because it will kill you. You will get on fire. It's okay, though, because we live near water. That's why. Because flame dances are dangerous. I often find the most dangerous part of this game is myself. Alright, so after you do that, you can come over here to your shelter, and you can sleep. You have a fire if you're hungry, which you can see we're starting to get hungry. You can explore, you can find rabbits, you can find lizards, little things running around on the ground, and you can hit them with your axe and kill them and then bring them over to your fire and cook them. But this was surviving night 1 in the forest, and this is about night 1. It's getting dark. We can come over here to our shelter. We can press Z, and we'll go to sleep. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That was surviving day and night 1 in the forest. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you throw this video a like or a comment and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I will be adding day 2, day 3, and so on as far as I need to explain the entire game. I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.